Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our episode before we actually do the run-through of this year's DLC before the June 9th, it's 10th in Australia, catch-up thing because of all of the sad state of Destiny 2 at the moment. And anyway, we'll talk about that in a second. Hold on, we got to get into the game. It's always amused me that Destiny has multiple loading screens before you even get to pick your character. There's like connecting, loading, more connecting, etc. Why is he plain boy? I don't know. Alright, well, we have some stuff to do. So, this episode's probably going to be a long one, and it's probably not going to actually really do a ton of things that make a ton of sense. Complete an expert conquest activity from the seasonal hub. Uh-huh. I mucked around and jumped in a couple of times, because today is June 6th here in Australia, which would be the 5th elsewhere in some more populated parts of the world. Since it was announced a week or two, maybe 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 2.5, I don't know. Not long ago. You can look up the dates yourself. You can figure it out. It was a couple of weeks ago, roughly. I've jumped in a few times to, I don't know, test the waters, have a bit of an explore, run around the place, make gun go pew pew, and just feel the general sadness that a lot of other Destiny players are feeling at the moment. Now, I am slightly worried about some of the content in this disappearing. It does worry me just a smidge. How do I get to the director? Here it is. It does worry me just a smidge. Wonder, can we go to... No? Because I know they re-added like the plague lands for like a thing, but I don't know if they treat that as like seasonal thing and now it's gone, or I have no idea how anything works. I literally jumped in and did a couple of solo missions and then that was about it. Maybe they're in the portal. Maybe that's it. What do we got? I like the portal as an idea on top of what is already there for when you're looking for other stuff to do. Like you jump on, a couple of mates are on, you're like, oh, what should we do? I don't know, let's see what's paying out well. Right? But then it taking the place of the director gave you the ability to really feel like you were going from planet to planet, even though it was something effectively served the same purpose and did actually put slight barriers in your way. This is just a to-do list. And a lot of the stuff that's on this to-do list, you just sort of like, I don't want to do any of that. I don't know how to access any of the Plagueland stuff, if it even still exists. Which I really hope it does, because I didn't get a chance to actually do any of it. So, these next episodes, we're going to run through the Edge of Fate campaign. We're going to run through the Star Wars Renegades campaign. And I'm very excited for both of those things. And I've been up in the air about whether or not I should be doing them before June 9th or 10th. I'm going to call it June 9th from here on, but just know it's June 10th here. Before the final update. I don't know if I should be doing the campaigns before that, or if I should wait until after that, because they're revamping the armor systems and the weapons systems and the way that items drop and all that sort of stuff. So it's like, well, should I play through that campaign after the fact? Because then I can get different stuff. But, to be fair, I have been talking to pretty much everybody who will even remotely listen or put their ears in the same room as me if they've played Destiny before, even just for one afternoon, that they should jump in on the date. Because it's like a last hurrah, you know? A lot of people are looking at it as like, oh, we need to convince Sony and Bungie to continue the game and all this and that and the other. And you're like, yeah, that's fine. But don't do that expecting an announcement immediately afterwards of, you know what, you guys are right, let's do Destiny 3. Treat it like a last hurrah.
Fight, but they feel good.
Have fun with it. Enjoy the hell out of it.
Guardians are always welcome.
And then hope for the best. I need to find Xur. I have an abundance of materials that I need to collect. So obviously I've jumped in and I've collected some stuff. With, there's probably been a number of episodes since the last episode. Where are we? What do we got, sir?
The 9 show you these.
What do you got? What do you got? Pretty sure I've got Boots of the Assembler already. Still haven't unlocked that. We'll have to do that. Ooh. Okay. I've only got a few of them. I'll take another one. Extra crafted weapons. Why not? Bunches of other things. We've done that already. Got the Rat King Catalyst, even though that's a lot of coins. I don't have that. We have all the weapons. I don't know about these. Speleologist. Plank Stride. Blast Batu? That's Season of the Hunt. I know that symbol. Season of the Hunt? Yeah, I'm questioning things. Pretty sure it's Season of the Hunt. Yeah, you got the kill, but the pelt's ruined. Yeah. That's Season of the Being a Pirate. What was it called? Season of... R. Season of R. That's Season of Vex something. Yep. Vex Weapon. This is the same one. Was this episode Echoes? Maybe? Maybe. It was Pirate Season. It's Hive Runes. It's Hive Runes on my gun. Must be Season of the Hunt. I think. I think. This was Arrivals. I remember this one. This was like, oh my god, look, there's pyramid ships and they're going to delete Titan and Io after this season. Everything's going to be sunset. It's going to be sad. And then they sunset everything and everyone went, oh, actually, this is worse than we thought. Because they're like, don't worry, we'll bring it back in the future. And then half of it they didn't. That's a shame. This is Brave, right? Yeah, it's a Brave weapon. This is Blast Furnace, which I believe is a Black Armory weapon originally. And then for Season of the Brave version, became extra special. I like that they still sell these. I think I've got some of these in the vault. Because I did the quests for these. I don't know if I did them on stream or not. Or if I recorded them. I know that there's plenty of Destiny that I haven't played on stream or in the series. Even since I've been recording it. Just because it's like... It's not that I don't record it because it's repetitive. It's that I don't record it because it's like... I'm just mucking around. And I can just sort of zone out and play stuff. You know? This was... The symbol looks like... Season of the something to do with Eris. But being a Vanguard weapon. And this was Chosen? This is the one where they're like... We have to make ourselves on Empress Keitel's council so that she'll respect us or some shit. I don't know, Guardian. Just go and kill them. Go and shoot the bad guys. What do we got? Sanguine Alchemy, Boots the Assembler, which I'm pretty sure I've got unlocked. Wishful Ignorance. Ominoculus, Ophidius Bathe. I know I've got June Marches because that's an OG one. Wishful Ignorance, Ominoculus, and Ophidius Bathe. Let's have a look in our collection, because that's what I do like to make sure that I've got them all. Not that it really matters at this point. But I like to make sure. Oh, we've unlocked things, okay. Where are we? Over here. So...
I have a
chess
message
pieces,
for
right?
you from the Nine,
Homunculus.
but I forget it.
We do have the Phidias Bathe. That's from Warmind. Well... Season of the Rasputin? One of them. Their symbols are very similar. Can't remember what the name of the Season of the Rasputin was. Homunculus we don't have. And... what was the Titan one that we're missing? Wishful Ignorance. This one.
You will not find the Nine that way.
Frenzied
But
Blade
they will
Charge.
find you.
That looks kind of cool. Hey, Ahamkara Bone. Are we welding Ahamkara Bone to shit? My only wish is for this disrespect to end. It's got to be another dragon, right?
I think you have terrible need of my gifts.
Yeah. I'll procure fine quality pure Ahamkara Bone for your armory.
The mind's eye is still watching.
Hmm. Seems cool.
Oh, come on.
I don't think I can afford both.
May we speak?
What's Homunculus do? Guardians you make invisible gain damage resistance. That's pretty cool. Let's grab this one.
Do not go looking for the Nine.
I do really like the fact
They
that you
will
can
come to
just
you.
chuck stuff in your vault. Like, that's such a good idea. It's good to have that accessible from anywhere. I know they were probably afraid of people glitching it and duplicating things or whatever, but...
Been hearing a lot of chatter about your clan.
what's that going to do? Get you a few shards of whatever? Get you a couple of hundred glimmer? I hate that these glow. And they make it so that she's like, hey, come and talk to me.
Catch you later.
But there's no reason to talk to her.
Whoa.
The ramen shop. Hello.
Wake up, humans, exos awoken. Listen to me.
I know this game's not going anywhere. As far as the servers. Like, they're going to stay up. And I feel for how popular Destiny is. They're probably going to stay up for quite a long time.
I guess it's official.
Even without updates. Like, there are plenty of games that don't. There are plenty of games that, you know, like, okay, let's look at Anthem. So we did, like, a little series that was my sort of first playthrough, proper playthrough of Anthem, start to finish. It was fun.
Okay, let's
Didn't really go anywhere, but it was fun. But the servers for that stayed up for years. Years. Destiny's not going anywhere. Just... it's also not going anywhere
Stop it. Someone's looking.
from now on. This last update does look really cool, though. Because we're getting Sparrow Racing and a whole bunch of upgrades and weapon changes and abilities and a lot of very cool stuff. A lot of very cool stuff. Pretty exciting,
Can I try
but also sad. Most of my regular raid team haven't played for years. So I haven't really raided for years. And I remember making a joke to them last time we were all in the same place, IRL, which just happened to be somebody's wedding. And the time before that was also somebody's wedding, or might have been a Bucks night, whatever it was. But we sort of the only times that we catch up these days are for those sorts of events. All together anyway. And I made a joke and I'm like, let's not make next time that we all catch up when somebody dies. And I feel like I'm right and wrong. I feel like I'm right and wrong because it's Destiny that's dying, which is a shame. We never got to go in there. Looks like a nice little lounge area. Chill out pad. Looking at Anthem, I'm looking at Destiny 2. Yeah, well, like, when we visited Anthem because it was closing down, and we spent the last week or two in Anthem mucking around and playing a fair bit, like, Anthem was a great game. It definitely could have been more. And it just never got that chance. And I can only imagine something like Destiny 1, had it never had its expansions or had the Taken King or anything, it just would have been like, oh yeah, that game, I remember that game.
They rebuilt the Speaker's private quarters even after the reconstruction. I still can't believe that he's gone. He wasn't the first Speaker, and he can't be the last, right? We still need a Speaker, don't we?
Been a lot of years since we've had a Speaker, mate. Don't know if we're going to get another one. I feel like there's a lot of stories they could tell. They went down a route that's very I don't know if they were saving certain storylines and certain things for, like, oh, we're going to have to make this like a big deal when it happens or whatever. Some of the seasonal storylines, you're like, what are we doing? Because, like, the core story moment, like the pirate season, right? The season of the being a pirate and boarding ships and firing cannonballs and all that sort of stuff. The story beat to that was you collected a bunch of artifacts that were like Nezarek's body. And Mithrax got possessed by Nezarek. And Ido was like, I quite like Aramis. She's not evil. And that was the story. But then they were like, pirates. That'll be fun. And it was. But also, what? Like, they feel very disconnected. Can you still get in there? Maybe. Wonder if you can get in from this side. Maybe. Don't you respawn me here? Oh, you prick. I see how it is. You can't even get back over that way. What? I don't think I've been down this way since everything. This was how we got the bow, right? Pretty sure. The big chonky heavy bow that they added. Climb through all the vents and stuff. I'll see if we can still go back through it. We might be able to. They might have changed it. Because you went all through here. Through this spot. I remember looking at it, like, Destiny 1's tower had a lot of things in it that were sort of like, okay, this is the purpose of this spot, this is the purpose of this spot. And like, hey, that door opened, and now you can get into this area, and it's only open during Iron Banner or whatever. There's a lot of stuff in D2's tower that just was like never anything. And there's a difference between something like this, which is kind of just a bit of set decoration, and something that's just like a corridor of nothing. Or like a whole side section that you just can't access. Like this was Future War Cult's headquarter base, whatever you want to call it. Which I am upset that I missed that season because it looked really cool. I only played like the very end of it. Missed it. Very sad. I didn't actually play the story of it or anything. That was the one where it was all all about the splicers and stuff, and very neon and very hackers, and
What's new?
I missed it, sadly. Wait, what are you doing here? This is where you stand now. Oh, because you miss her, because she exploded. I
Guardian.
remember.
You waiting for orders?
Get the job done in time.
Nah, man. You're a hunter person. I'm not... Can't listen to me. But I did miss that season, and it's unfortunate. Because it's right up my alley as far as, like, the sort of cyberpunkiness of it was concerned. And the Future War Cult side of things as well. I don't remember what I was doing. Maybe I was just a bit burnt out at the time. I remember there being something out here for one of the events as well. There was, I don't know if it was Guardian Games or Festival of the Lost or something. And you would like pick something up or activate something and you have to jump out here across a whole bunch of platforms really quickly. That was good. Thank you for the follow, Deadly Sin. Welcome, welcome. Good old Saint 14.
Do not rush by. Come, sit. Take
All of
the
his
time
trial
to
stuff
breathe.
that I did once and then went, maybe we don't do that anymore. I remember going through and buying all of these just so that I could have the ornaments for them. It was good.
This life can
Was
take
worth
its
it.
toll. Come to me if you need to talk. What burdens can I...
Is it this one that brings my ship up? I think it is. Like flies in from somewhere. Oh, there it is. Yeah. I did really like that you could do this. I thought this was sick. You can always just bring your ship in, even though it looks like it's moving forward at the time. Does it fly away or does it sit until you summon another one? Been able to have a good look at it. I think, yeah, flies away. Oh, back clean through that other ship. That's fun. The dead orbit spot over there.
The city is the first priority.
I get that they got rid of the factions because they were like from a dev side of things, they were like, we can't really do anything with them.
The city is the
We've
first
tried.
priority.
And we're just gonna write them out of the story. And they still exist. Like they're like, oh, we're just gonna fade into the background or whatever. And they had like a whole thing. There was one of the Crucible maps.
Everything depends on the vendor.
That showed off like some of the other factions that used to exist. Because the factions that are here now, I can't remember whether they were the only 3 that exist or if they're the only 3 that are trusted now or what happened, but there used to be way more. There used to be a bunch of factions. And then we got the 3 that sort of remained in existence or whatever. I did like Dead Orbit, but I don't know why. I don't know why. I signed up for Future War Cult, the first one, and I never changed. Never really looked back. I'm like, nah, I'm going to stick with it.
This terminal looks like it's in use as a forum for dead orbit folks. About what you'd expect. Lots of pictures of people wearing black and nihilistic poetry.
Yep. They definitely had some very, some interesting different perspectives on what should happen. Like Dead Orbit was like, we're going to lose, and we have prophecies of us all floating out in space with like fragments of the tower and whatever else. And then there's the whole Future War Cult thing of like, oh, we've seen the future and we're always at war, so let's get better at it. And then New Monarchy's like, we need to get a king or whatever the fuck it was. Like, I don't really remember. But then they just were like, fuck those guys. That scan is nothing. I see. Maybe that's the one that's like, hey, they're talking about someone called Anna Bray. Who could Anna Bray be? It's like, well, we met her years ago at this point. I think there was a scannable in here. I remember. It's all the Daito stuff. There's even some of the foundries and stuff. Some of the weapon foundries never really did anything, you know? Like, they were just sort of like, oh yeah, Castle, Daito, yep, they exist. Like, oh yeah. Do we know much about them other than the fact that they exist? Nah, you're alright. That's it. Here we are, we made it inside. G'day, fella. I probably shouldn't be in here, huh? Arsenal, checkpoint. It is interesting that the checkpoint's like here. And they've got like the scanner that's set up to like check on people and stuff as they come out of there, but like you would think there would be some sort of, I don't know, maybe this is more checking out to go to the thing, but like, because the elevator comes up from the last city. The elevator that's in the middle, that platform that we always stand on, is a big elevator. Or has an elevator in front of it. Ooh, someone ascended to the next rank. We can go and dance near them and jump really high. Up on top of one of these. I think it was. Yeah, up there. What's this? I remember this room. We can get up here. Up. Up some more. Hello again, Albatross. I am a big elevator. I am. I elevate things. This one, I think. Yeah. Then we can climb. Climb again. Whoop. That side? No, it's that side. You get into the final room and there was... Yeah, here we go, the bow. The weapon case. With the heavy bow. In this trashed rat room. Can't get out that way. Boo, boo. And then this just goes back outside to where we were, where we couldn't actually get anywhere. But that's okay. Somebody ranked up. Did you know that you can get the thing and it stacks? If we can find them. There they are, they're still standing there. Please don't warp away before I get to dance near you. Yeah, so celebrating companion. So now I move faster and jump way higher. And then, if we combine that with this one, which is the floor is lava. Out in the middle? Okay. We can do... Whoops. We can do... Whoops. That's not good. It's harder when you can jump higher. Stay on the railing. Do that, and it'll double up, and we can celebrate the Warlock victory in Guardian Games, which I realised the other day when I logged in. It's never going to change. Warlocks are the best. Proven. Look at how high I can jump. This is insane, because it's doubled up. Quickness and Celebration Companion. Which goes straight up to the second floor. I don't even care. Jaeger Warlocks? Exactly. That's the spirit.
Nice shooting out there.
I don't know what happened in the story as to why Banshee's voice changed. Was it... Because the actor was the same actor that plays Bender, right? Wasn't it? Bender from Futurama, as among a million other characters. I don't know what happened as to why.
At the shooting range.
Like, did they just record a whole bunch of new lines and they're like, he's peppier now? Or what? Because yeah, it's very... I remember logging in one day and being like, oh, it's different. It's fine, but...
Welcome back.
Why is it
Here
different?
to forge your light.
You got the Exotic Archive. Fate Saga Exotics, there's 3 of them. So disappointing. So disappointing. Like, that's it. Bye. Never ended up getting these because I didn't run the raids. This is what I'm saying. Like, my regular raid team sort of... moved on from Destiny. A lot of life reasons. And, I just didn't really raid anymore. Monument to seasons past. Chronologues. Coins. I don't want to spend it on coins. Could spend it on Eververse engrams, but I don't do that either. Sad. Yeah, it is what it is. Free item. Didn't I already grab these? Thought I did. I guess I didn't. We have so many freebies here. This is great. And a sparrow. This is free. Oh, not enough space. Okay. Hold on. Finishes. Get rid of that one. We can pick this one up.
Look to the skies. See the light. We are
Dead and buried. Ah, just smack you in the face with the shovel, hey? That works. Yeah, I don't mind that one. That one's pretty funny. And it's free. 0G gamble. Oh. I like that. That's a cool emote. And somehow not an exotic emote. Alright. What are these? Oh, this is a projection? Okay. Nice. Repair data. Okay. Beach balls, apparently.
You ever think Koala's been doing this for too long?
Some shaders.
100 years old?
Or a fighter. Ooh. Like, Yep, like mold. Or worse. Like dried tree roots. This one will cost 100. Ooh, makes your leopard print though. That's kind of cool.
I knew a frame that was rewired by a warlock once.
That actually looks sick. I'm not gonna get it, but that looks sick. Fireside within. Hmm. I do like the maroon. Oh, I like that. That's a nice shader too. Pretty simple. I don't know why this is... I don't know why this is 150 and the other one's only 100. Maybe it's got like a moving part to it or something.
Could possibly be that simple, could it?
Worm brulee. This emote's exotic. That's kind of funny. Constantly trying to torture this little bugger. Does it have an ending? Hold on. Stop emote. Oh, you just stomp it. And then another one comes up.
The archives give it, and the cryptarchs make
Okay.
it into something
It's fine. That's right. They've been doing this thing for the last few seasons where they have, like, the helmet, and then they have, at rank 120, the better helmet, or whatever. Is that a skull in the middle of that? That's pretty dark. That's, I mean, some of them have had a skull, like, light through the visor before, but that's literally just... You're being run by this pulsing fungus. Like, you haven't actually been resurrected. It's very, hey, who turned out the lights? Am I allowed to see this set? No, never mind. Alright then. Or previous season stuff. I'm glad that you can actually get some of it though. You know, you can like earn it or whatever. There's definitely some nice stuff in here. Not enough space. Oh yeah, that's the flick. Yeah. Red Death Catalyst.
Monitoring all channels. Stay alert.
Hmm. This is Heresy, yeah? Yeah. It's like iron plates almost. That looks kind of derpy. Okay, yeah, sure. Sure, some people like it. Wait, this was episode Heresy. Oh, this was Revenant. That's right. There was a difference. I forgot. I remember, so I did them all back to back last year. Or maybe even the year before at this point, I don't remember. It was a long time ago anyway. It was just before Edge of Fate came out. I did the 3 episodes and Final Shape all back to back. I remember Echoes with the whole Vexy stuff and going and meeting the conductor? Collector? Whatever she was anyway. Maya Sundaresh. Going through Encore and all that sort of thing. That was really cool. I remember Heresy because that was the one where you fought Oryx again on the Dreadnought. And that was pretty cool. But Revenant... Where were we for Revenant? This was the one where Fikrul came back, yeah? Fikrul came back and... he was all like, father... or whatever. I don't remember. I don't remember much of that at all. It's interesting, because I remember the other two. I did them all back to back, so I don't know why I don't remember the other one, but anyway. Many things. Season of Arrivals. I did end up getting all of the season stuff, and I do like that it's accessible, because I had all the season passes. Oh, I'm not allowed to look at this one? Oh, it's secret. Okay. No, it's not. There's definitely some seasons that you look at and you're like, that's a cool set of armor, but also it could be this season's Vanguard armor. You know, I do definitely feel like there are tiers to it. Oh yeah, the legendary ornaments. Of course. I do feel like there are tiers to it. Where it's like you have your basic set, I guess. Your basic sort of adventuring garb. I think. Hello worlds. Hello everybody. Welcome, welcome. I'm in reminiscing mode at the moment. I'm just kind of rambling about things that I enjoy. How are you? How is everybody? What's everybody been up to? If I do these buttons, then that button, then that button. There we go. Valheim, nice. I still need to go back and finish Valheim. Oh, big yawn. I stopped around about the time that the Mistlands came out. But since then, they've got the volcano area as well, I think. Have they done the Iceland yet? The final ice zone thing? Oh, it gives me a chance to have a sip of my drink. Deep North soon? Nice. Because I know that they were doing the Ashlands and stuff last time I was having a look at it, and they sort of had finished and released that. But, the Frozen North, or the Deep North, yeah, there you go. The Deep North is, they hadn't really said anything about it except for it's going to be the last biome. I was building a treehouse, but the computer crashes because it was too hot. Ooh, hate that. I know how that feels. Luckily, I'm in the middle of winter here. So I can, and turn on my Xbox and my laptop, and they're like little fan heaters. Keep the place nice and toasty instead of dying. I do feel like there are tiers to the armor. Like, there's like your standard, like not the gear that I'm wearing at the moment. Bad example. But there, if it'll let me look at it, there's like this, which is pretty like, it's cool, but it's also quite basic. And you're sort of like, okay, well that's like your seasonal set, right? That's your basic garb. Got some cool stuff to it. It's like Space Police. Right, and that's what you sort of expect out of your bottom tier these days. There is less than that, but there's your bottom tier these days. And then you have stuff as like what's available here, which has just sort of a bit more detail to it. Ignore the legs and the helmet and arms and stuff, but the chest piece itself. Like, there's more detail to it. It's more ornate. It kind of is something a bit, and it's that sort of tier. And that's the same tier as like your raid armor. Like, this is, to me, the same sort of tier or detail as what they would give away in a raid. And that's good. And then there's your, unfortunately, your top tier stuff, which is what you would be paying for through Eververse. Which is like the Magic the Gathering stuff that they've got at the moment.
Eververse has it.
Like the Liliana Vest set.
Our
Which I think
inventory
looks
is
sick.
stocked, so no rush.
But is like, you know, the next thing. It's a lot of glowy bits or effects or whatever for the different pieces. Some of us more basic than others. There is a set in here at the moment that I'm. Actually, let's have a. It's to the finisher.
Looking for something in
with
particular?
trample. I play this. It is trample. Overrun. Everything gets trample and just destroys you.
Don't know where my uncle finds these things.
5 colors of magic. I'm very glad that they're all in the right order too. I would have definitely pointed that out if it was not the case. Sol Ring. I have a Fallout set Sol Ring. Apparently it's rare. Looks like a Sonic ring to me. But yeah, there's a I don't know if it's this season or not. This is kind of cool though. I haven't seen The Mandalorian. I've heard it's very good. But apparently the jetpack works when you double jump and stuff, which is pretty sick. But there's a
Looking for anything special?
archive maybe? Yeah, okay. This set I really, really like. It's all like stained glass that changes colors and flows through for the light and stuff. And then all the moss and everything that's on it. Just a very cool set. I really, really like it. Really, really like it. This is a cool set too. I've got this set. I got this set piece by piece just throughout the season with Bright Dust. They always give you like, this week, this piece is available for an exorbitant amount of Bright Dust. I end up picking it all up. I think I'm still wearing the legs of it.
Don't know where my uncle finds these things.
It's a set that I put together. Definitely some interesting things. A Blanco helmet. Good old Street Fighter.
Biological materials.
Yeah, these are some of the old ones that would come out season to season. I got some pieces of the different ones. The ones I'm always most interested in is like the chest piece. The chest piece and the helmet for things, because they just look cool.
Take as long as you like. I can
And
wait.
you could earn most of these. Some of these I've got the full sets for because I picked them up throughout the season, piece by piece. You can tell when they're sort of like getting a bit older. Like this one is like a slightly fancier version of a relatively simple set. But I still like it, because it's got like the light and dark on
Anything you
both
want?
sides and whatever. And some of them are sponsored by different manufacturers. So this is a Tex Mechanica set of armor.
Our inventory is stocked,
It's
so
got the symbol of Tex
no
Mechanica
rush.
and everything on it. I wore this helmet for ages. Ages and ages. Some of them I just picked up bits and pieces as we sort of went throughout the season, and some I missed completely. It is what it is. Weird that they've got like recommended and then archive and then, but they're like different things.
It's easy math, Guardian. You got the silver, Eververse has the goods.
Yeah, some of them are terrifying. What even?
He's got a temper. I've seen it when he thinks he's in private.
What even? That's okay. Not a huge fan of that one. Electro Brass for the Nothing Manacles. I heard they finally made the Nothing Manacles good too. Because they were one of my favorites in D1, and then they brought them back in D2, and I was like, oh, they're not good anymore. Like, they're fine, but they're not as good. And then they obviously made them better. I don't think I'll ever get any more silver. I mean, I might. Yeah, I might have a day where I'm a bit weak.
We're understaffed already. Can't fix
But,
Looking for something in
who
particular?
knows? That's kind of funny. I like that. Finished Subnautica Below Zero recently, and it reminds me a little bit of the arms at the end.
Take as long as you like. I can wait.
I heard that some of these seasonal shaders and stuff... Can we get to shader packs in here? Oh, we do. Reclamation, Heresy, Revenant, Echoes, Season of the Wish. Reclamation's the last one, yeah. We've got a couple of them. I've heard that they're quite fanciful. There's a video that I put on my watch later. I haven't watched all of it yet. I watched the first 5 minutes of it and went, ooh, and then fell asleep. I think it's RGB colors pumping through the armor. Like, that's pretty sick. I don't know what pattern is going through it. If it's just a zigzag, or if it's supposed to be like a symbol going across things. But it is kind of difficult to tell. I'm assuming this one's similar. Oh no. This one's literally like cherry blossom petals just sort of falling. That's kind of cool. Like, I don't think that I would wear it necessarily because it's just sort of... It's a very busy sort of pastel pink on a lot of it, and it's... Like,
No
I don't
hurry,
mind pink,
Guardian.
but this is a little bit too, like, pajama pink, you know? But I like the idea of the petals falling and floating up, apparently, in some of this. It's kind of nice. Yeah, apparently a lot of the shaders and stuff are,
Kids in the corridors playing Cabal and Guardians. Yeah, don't worry.
I'm amazed that this would...
A5530 CTX.
Can't see it. It's just like, okay. But like... Once purchased silver, you can claim this again from the collections. Oh, okay. Fair enough. So hold on. Because I got one of them before. A long time ago when they first added them. And I only had a few uses of it or whatever. I'm curious. It has to be
No
in Flare,
hurry,
right?
Guardian.
Curious if it is... Is it miscellaneous, maybe? Hollow chips. Can I redraw these? I can! Ah. That one's Eververse. We got these three from Eververse as well, but they're not. Yeah, because I've got these ones. Hmm. We'll get these to unlock, because otherwise they're going to flicker constantly. Anyway. There's a lot of cool sets in Eververse. Ooh, it's nighttime. I still remember, and it should be on the playlist, but it'll have to be probably close to the start, and I'm pretty sure there's no mic, like there's no commentary, and it's like a... I don't know whether it was the last 20 minutes or if it's like a 2-hour video. This is back when Mixer was a thing. A 2-hour video of watching the Almighty as it was slowly coming towards the city for their final end of season event. I really wish that they had continued with that. And they were doing it, I know they were doing it in response to like Fortnite does end of season events. Let's do end of season events, and they did it. And it was very cool. It could have been handled a little bit better. They did a couple of different things like that. Watching the Almighty come down, watching the Traveler heal. I don't think I ever recorded that one. I might have. But watching the Almighty come down was cool when it finally happened. All the missiles were slowly streaking towards it for like 2 hours. And then suddenly they hit, and then it crashed and came down and smashed. There was like part of Eververse that was messed up, and like, because this wasn't all here, it was only a path that went straight out to Zavala. None of this was there. It was all just bottomless pit, which is why when you came out of this before, you used to be able to just jump across and get to the railings and stuff that are down there. But it ended up crashing, and shards and fragments and stuff came down and destroyed bits of the tower, and then it crashed over there in the background. I don't know if you can still see part of it, or if it was cleaned up at some point, or what, but there was like a big smoking wreck over there in the background. It's like exploding it only just missed the tower, you know? Not that I feel like this is necessarily the tower. That's our tower. Well, actually you can't see that now because of the big ship that's in the way. There it is. There's the tower. Been how many years? They haven't done shit. Is that the helm? Because the helm crashed as well at some point. And we could go down into the city at one point as well. That was another thing. Yeah, so this is the elevator. This is the elevator here. Or... is it? Yeah. I thought this expanded out. Did the elevator once not... did it used to be like railings at one point, and then they were like, no, we'll just leave the elevator up? I don't remember. But I know that like during the seasonal events and stuff, it was a bit different. Apparently during this...
I think that's it.
Monument of Triumph, whatever it is going to be different. They're going to like overhaul the tower, and that's sort of how it's going to be forever, but it's all really nice, and there's like grassy sections and all sorts of cool shit. I think I've got to figure out how to record party chat. Because for those unaware,
I tell you,
I record through OBS, as most people do. But it is my Xbox connected to my TV, and then a capture card that connects to my laptop. So it's got pass-through of the Xbox. The Xbox footage goes through the capture card and then splits to the TV and the laptop for recording. But I don't have a simple way to record Xbox party chat and also talk to them, because my headset's currently plugged into the laptop, not the Xbox. So it's difficult to be like, hey guys, I'm talking to you, but also I'm not here. Because then I wouldn't be able to talk in the recording, you know what I mean? Anyway, I gotta figure that out. I've got about a week to do it. Less than a week. I've got like 4 days to do it. But I've got a couple of days off, because I think I'm going to record some bits and pieces. I probably won't even put them up on this channel. It'll probably be like nostalgia stuff that maybe I'll put unlisted in this playlist or connected to this playlist at a much later date. They'll be out there. You'll be able to find them if you know the right places to go, but I don't think I'll put them attached to this channel specifically.
Talk to me.
Oh, there's a little bit hodgepodge. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. They're a little bit hodgepodge.
Did the bird distract you? He does that.
They got a lightsaber. Very cool. Do you like the lightsaber? The Praxic blade. I didn't know it was a primary. That's sick. Weapon of Hope to cut a line between light and dark. Reflecting shots causes you to become amplified and grants a sword increased lunge distance. That's cool. Exotic mission, hey? Melee damage from this weapon applies an elemental effect that matches your equipped super. Oh. Okay.
Clan cookouts. We could get the Vanguard to
Fortress
sponsor
severs,
and...
weakens.
No.
Defensive form. Adjust your tang and grip to focus on your deflection. Blocking an attack with your guard grants ammo. Blocking an attack immediately after guarding increases damage. Okay. Dark matter crystal blue. Equip this dark matter crystal to change your blade
Are
color
you still
appearance
with
of
us?
the plastic praxic blade. Once you get a crystal, it's unlocked for all characters on your account. I wonder how grindy it is. I know this has like different things that you can unlock for it. Right trigger to throw it. It'll seek out multiple targets. Attacking recalls the blade while it's in flight. Hold right trigger to perform a more powerful throw, sending the blade on a straight path in the direction of your aim. Releasing the button recalls the blade. That's cool. That's cool. I am curious as to how...
Are you judging
easy it
me
is
for
to
selling
have
out and
ammo and
moving
stuff,
back
you know.
to the city? You are judging me. Pfft. Birds.
Interesting set of armor.
Okay, come on.
Welcome back, Albatross. Yeah, I've sat on this railing here and had snacks. There's a hidden episode of me just sitting here in a spinny chair while I munched on a sandwich or whatever it was at the time, just talked. That was good. Rasputin's dog. He's a good fella. I remember when Ada 1 first came to the tower, this whole walkway wasn't a thing. You had to like go down beside here and then you'd pop out this bit. It was a weird like roundabout way to get down here. The old black armory.
Nice to see you, Warlock.
He's like, I don't want to make some of this game's
Hello
best
again.
weapons anymore. I would rather deal with transmog. Like, oh, okay. Do I have this set? Eidolon Pursuant. Like, I'm always up for checking out sets of gear and seeing if it'll unlock more stuff for me. What do we got? Where are we? Seasonal, maybe? Probably not. Oh no, here it is. Eidolon Pursuant. Yeah, I've got the whole set. That's Season of the Being a Cabal. I think. Probably. Oh, yeah. Not this set. The set from this season. I'm pretty sure I never got the chest piece for and always wanted it. We should go check that thing. Because it's got, like,
Until
cutlass
next
and
time.
stuff on the back. We should go have a look. I like Ada's story, like, that she's, like, a prototype EXO, and she's also the only one that's ever actually succeeded fully. Good old Drifter. It's funny, in the cutscene he was very old, and I don't know how that happens, but he's not old for me yet.
Gambit's always looking for
Now he's
guardians.
old. Never mind.
You in?
He wasn't old a second ago. Of Gambit gear. Black Fang Glaive. I always enjoyed Gambit. There's definitely a certain amount of tedium, I suppose, thinking about it now.
See
Like
you
playing
on
it
the
now.
road, sister.
But going back, it's like I don't remember what season it was. It was before I started streaming. I think it was Season of the Dawn, which is the one where you had like the sundial and the traveling through time to save Saint 14 and everything. And I played the hell out of Gambit that season because I think that was this season not long after. I think the Gambit like sets of armor was still a thing, I believe. With the whole perks and whatever was going on with them. I believe it was still a thing. Not 100% sure, but I believe they were. How do I get to the... Where's the spot here? Not over there. Must be around the corner here. Oh yeah. Pipe. Yeah. Oops. Overshot the pipe. Because I'm all floaty and jumpy and stuff. I don't even have the double up anymore. I have no excuse. I'm ashamed. Oh, terrible. Just jump off the edge, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Start fresh. Oh, there goes my body. Who's this guy? Where the hell was that guy? The hell? Oh, he's up above. He must have climbed up and around. Good on him. Oh, now I can't get up there easy. Go this way then. Oh, okay, hold on. I know there's a way up there. Not that way. Again. Stand on it. Stand on the railing, mate. There you go. Can't grab that one. Maybe I can make that jump? I don't think I can. I feel like this is closer. Yeah, there we go. Then I should be able to... Whoop. There you go. Then you can... Oops. You can get in here. And there's like... Sneaky cheeky secret area. That as far as I know, was never anything. Ever. Ever. Like, I don't think there's even a scannable in here. Like, I'm pretty sure that there was never, ever anything in this room. Ever. Wasted space? Yeah. It's just sort of like... It's like a why moment? I don't know, somebody out there has an answer. There's a dev out there that's like, oh yeah, well, I added that room because I wanted to add a room. And for it to be a secret room for just me. And you're like, okay, that's cool. But I don't know that at the moment. So I'm just sort of like, why is it there? This room was where Callus's robot dude was. Just hanging out, selling raid stuff. And then he disappeared. The hacked robot. I can't remember what he had a name. He did have a name. But that whole year of DLCs was all down there. It was the Ada 1 and the Drifter and the robot.
Everyone, a moment. Worth your time.
What was the robot one? It was Season of Opulence. That's the one.
Okay.
You went back onto the Leviathan to do stuff.
I want the kind that the hunters.
It was a good season. It was a really good season. Because the Drifter used to be back here, I'm pretty sure. Where Zer is now. Pretty sure he used to hang out back down there.
I want the kind the hunters use.
I always find it funny that the layout to the tower has so many parallels to the original tower. It's just bigger. Like, the original tower in Destiny 1 still had the 3 sides. One side was the hangar, the middle was the middle, and then there was this side that was kind of nicer. And he would come out onto the nicer side, and there was like a little hallway, kind of like this, that was for, oh, what's her name? Not Ada.
Many cells passed away.
Um,
The dust lingers.
Event Lady.
I keep expecting
Eva
to show
Levante,
up
there
in
you
the
go.
bazaar and see Eva Levante here.
Yeah.
This spot's right around where she used to set up shop. I haven't heard much about her since we reclaimed our home, other than that she survived. No one's heard from her in a while, though.
We hear from her regularly. Although, sad to say, we may never hear from her again, because we may not have events anymore. So I do really hope that they bring her back to the tower for this final moments of monument of whatever. Because if they're serious about not doing Festival of Lost or anything anymore, we're just never going to see her again unless she's part of the Monument of Triumph. Or is it Monument of Triumph? I don't know. Whatever it's called. I hope it's good. I hope it gives us
I need a break.
a solid state for the game that we can really just come back to and have a bit of a muck around and a visit.
Oh, kids in the corridors playing Cabal and Guardians. Yeah, don't worry.
Were you getting stalked? No, I'm pretty sure they were climbing around outside the map to like reminisce as well. I've noticed a little bit of that in the past few days when I've been playing. The elevator that never quite syncs up. Because this elevator, I'm pretty sure the elevator's client side. As in, I see the elevator exactly there, but not every player sees the elevator in the same spot. So like, you can be loaded into the tower and be like, yeah, join on me, and everyone joins on you while you're mucking around and stuff. And you're down here and you see somebody jump onto nothing, and they're just standing there, and then they go up, and you see your elevator come down, and you're sort of like, oh, you're in a different place.
Think of it as training, Guardian. You can only get stronger from this.
What's this? Why do I have a waypoint here? What's this? Well, that's the Newton's Cradle. Oh. What's with the waypoint? Hello? Or is there a waypoint here? Do I need to turn off the music? I can't. That's it. Once you get Shax going, there's no stopping him. The speaker's mask. I remember going through here for an exotic mission. It was this door would open and you could go through and there was stuff there. I don't remember the specifics of it.
Finish it.
Interesting stuff in this room though. Especially this waypoint that I don't understand. What are you there for? Why are you here? What is this? Oh, that's just for the Newton's Cradle. What are you? Why are you? What are you? What are you? What are you? Why? You know what? Whatever. You're probably not even cool. It is. I want to know what it is. I was just pretending I am really curious about what this is and I need to know. Maybe it's a leftover from a seasonal quest that just never got patched out in full. I don't know. I do have to say, like, as much as it's a shame that we never got... Well, I would say we never got the original tower back. We kind of did. We kind of did. Multiple times. Whether it be through 0 hour, or we actually go through and fight up there, or whether it be through the final shape, where we go back through the place and it's all like memory and twisted and whatever. But beyond that, I get them not wanting to make the social space too big. This used to go up to Eververse and you could slide down and like grab part of it. You couldn't climb all the way back up, but you could like grab these bits. You can still see the damage, some of the damage from when it was gone. Huh! I didn't even know that was down here. So that's some of the damage from when the Almighty was destroyed. Took out a big chunk of the tower. The tower was messed up for a little while afterwards. And then we all logged in one day and it was rebuilt. Ha! Magic. This is cool. I always like these fans too, as a quick way to get back up. You got to time them right, otherwise they'll kind of just throw you into the pit. But if you know how to do it, you can just jump up, and you got to be like moving up at the same time, and then you're up here. Jax is still yelling at shit. He can stop whenever he wants to stop. Apparently this last update, the Traveler's going to be back here too, which I think is a good thing. It might not make 100% sense lore-wise, but it's kind of like... It's kind of like it's like a...
I have always
it's where it should be, you know?
Interests. Can you say
because looking out there at nothing... Like, you've got the city and everything, but like... there's nothing in the sky.
But remind her, I'm here when she needs me.
But, like, it was always cool looking out there at, the ships and stuff. When you'd have, like, everybody getting together for, like, the big battles in some of the seasons, or, like, there was a season where the whole city was trapped in, like, a Vex simulation or something that made it permanently night, but it was all Vexy out there, and... yeah. I'm sure people have recorded things. Like, it's those sorts of things that I want to see. I want to see compilations of and videos of, like, the tower, season over season. You know, a lot of people have recorded the film clips and this and that and the other. But recording the tower season over season, and seeing how it's changed and how it was during different events, and even how it was during different events in different years. Because I know that there's a lot of stuff that carries over from year to year, but then there's other things that are sort of like, oh, they changed this section of the tower for this year's Festival of Lost or Guardian Games or whatever, and it's different, and I don't know. It's just... it's those sorts of things that make me sort of nostalgic.
How can I help?
I didn't exactly have a way to record things. Especially in the early days. Early days of Destiny 2, let alone Destiny 1. Although I do have some clips. There's no voice to them, but there's some clips. Even of Destiny 1's beta. That I clipped. Of just like standing in the tower or whatever. Going back that far. Standing in the tower and not doing anything. Just standing out on a ledge. And taking a 30-second clip of that. Because it was a cool game. And now I play cool games and I don't even think about taking clips of them.
Security scans in progress.
I don't know whether that's necessarily because I've changed. Or if Destiny was just that special right from the start, but... yeah, you can still see some of the debris over there. So just above the tip of my bow, you can see... it'd help if my character wasn't swaying. But you can see a bit of the debris from the Almighty up the back there, because that's where it crashed. I think that might be over there too. It's pretty big. Pretty big. I don't think they have these in moving around in the hangar anymore. They might. You used to be able to ride them. It looks so much better on your screen. Do you have it at like 360p? Not that I'm like, if you use whatever you can use, whatever you can see. But yeah. I remember early on, I don't know if you would summon them. Maybe you did. This is just my jump ship. Oh, it actually flies in from outside this time. It doesn't warp through shit. It does look like it's moving forwards the whole time. But that's okay. I don't think it understands how not to. Saint 14 ship. The grey pigeon or something it's called. I think. Something like that. It used to have those little red drones that we've seen. We saw them in the secret room. We saw someone working on one back there. But they used to... I can't remember whether we would summon them with a terminal or if they would just do it every now and then. But you could stand on them, and they'd fly back and forth across the gap here. And you could stand on it when it came across here, and then fly like halfway out, and then die. It's just a really just a dumb little thing that we used to do. Just be like, oh, we can get across while we're exploring the place. And you'd hit like an invisible wall or a kill box, whatever it was, and just bleh. I remember when we used to have a soccer ball out here too. I don't remember how we used to get the soccer ball. Or if it was just permanently out here, and then when they brought Saint 14 in, they're like, no soccer ball for you. There used to be a soccer ball because there was a goal. You'd kick it through the goal and there'd be fireworks and stuff. You'd team up and play against each other. Cade was out here for a bit. Holiday was out here for a little bit.
Hey, Guardian.
They're both dead now.
Clint says hi.
Does he? Why doesn't he show up himself? My ghost here?
Hey, Guardian.
He's also rickrolling
over
people,
here.
apparently.
The city is the first priority.
Can we still get out to these railings and stuff out this side? I wonder. I don't know that we used to be able to. I really don't remember what event it was. But you could climb around out here. No, I don't think we can. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, there was an event, and you would have a bunch of platforms and stuff spawn out here that you'd have to speed around on. What'd you find, bud? Ah, nothing. Sick. There's so many scannables that just don't exist anymore too. Like, they're like, scan me, and then they don't do anything. And death. We are broken. One time in the tower, I was here with a friend, and we, this was during a war mind. So this is a fair way back. And, we were running around the tower and just judging people's outfits. Like, just no... People weren't volunteering. We didn't, like, message anybody and be like, put on your best outfit. We'd just run up to people and look at them and then send them a message that would just be like, either, you know, like, 2 out of 10, yuck. And stuff like that. It was a dumb little thing, but it was really funny because a lot of people were just responding and being like, what are you doing? We ended up getting a few other people running around. It's good. Some of these outfits are a choice. They're definitely a choice. There's definitely some choices here that have been made. Uh-huh. Occasionally you come across somebody who's put a little bit of effort in. You have like a full set. Is that the exotic, whatever it is, chest piece, and then... What you got? Oh no, it's a different... What are the ornaments? What ornament do you have on, mate? Oh, it's the solstice armor. Right. The solstice armor's alright. Soon we'll be able to, it's another thing they're bringing in. We'll be able to,
Not just hunters, titans too, warlocks.
put on legendary ornaments onto exotics. They don't work in Crucible, obviously. But beyond that, you'll be able to fully kit yourself out and still not, but you not have to switch armor. Chopping down trees.
Fenchurch does the exploring. I make the deals.
The little moments around the tower. I remember standing out here during What was the Valentine's event? Where it was like doubles, you played doubles. He's a unicorn? Yeah, kind of. You played doubles in a, in Crucible. And it was like you would get faster and more powerful if the second player on your team was down or whatever it was, until you rezzed them. I can't remember the name of the event. I remember jumping in and playing that. They'd covered the tower in rose petals. Just everywhere. It was just rose petals. Just piles of them. And I started standing around because I had the sweeping emote, like the sweeper bot that we saw just up there then. And I did, like this guy. And it's just this animation for your Guardian. And I did that and was just sweeping next to the petals. And as time went on, because I was just standing there, just AFK while I was doing something else. I had the TV on, was watching it, and slowly as time went on, more and more people were joining me. And they were either using the sweeping emote as well, or something else that looked like they were trying to clean up, or like tidy up, or do whatever. And by the end of it, I think there was like 5 or 6 people, not all standing like right next to me, but just sort of like around, sort of nearby, all also trying to clean up these petals. Didn't affect the petals whatsoever, but we were all just standing there. No one was like doing strikes or I have to run off and do the next mission or anything like that. Everyone just sort of stopped and went, this is funny. I'm going to clean as well. And we just did. And there was no, like, we didn't communicate. There was no game chat at that point. Not on console anyway. We just hung out. And you know, I remember another time there was a dance party. There's a DJ emote. I haven't got it. There's a DJ emote that like plays music or something, and it looks like a DJ. And he was standing around about where old mate is now, just playing music. And I spawned into the tower, and there was like 7 or 8 people dancing around him, just with different dancing emotes. And this whole square ended up turning into a dance floor. And we had probably half the tower. I think the tower can hold 20 people, 32 people, something like that. There's a lot of people that we had. We had about half, maybe 10, 12 people there by the end of it, all just dancing. Even Destiny 1. Even Destiny 1. I remember getting ready for a raid one day. And I had my old raid team there, and we were all existing, and we had one of our team was still running around talking to NPCs and getting things done and organizing his vault and whatever. So we started following him around like this. And we ended up getting into like a line where we would follow him and we'd get right behind him and then just sort of wait. And we had a queue, like of 4 or 5 of us. We were all just sort of following him. And then we'd stop. And he finished, but we weren't ready to leave yet because it was too funny. So we just picked another random person and started following them. And as time went on, we slowly accumulated more people because other people were joining us and crouching and following around it was like playing Snake. And we were slowly just following people around and just adding more people to the queue that thought it was funny, and people were coming and going and whatever, but it was funny. It's the sort of game that it is, like people talk about things, like I've never played Final Fantasy 14, is it? The MMO? The more recent MMO? I think it's 14. I've never played it. Played a lot of ESO.
New at Eververse.
But people always talk about Final Fantasy 14 as having these community moments like that. And they're like, oh, you know, these sorts of things, they just sort of happen. Like people get together and have these moments. And I feel like Destiny's one of the only other games where you just have that happen. Because yeah, there's always going to be people bouncing back and forth and going to missions and loading in and out and in a hurry or whatever. Or just not paying attention. But there's always going to be people running around just looking at stuff and seeing what's going on. And you have those different experiences, and because your language, I guess, is limited to emotes and crouching and jumping and whatever, people just learn to... What are you doing?
Oh, he's got a temper. I've seen it when he thinks he's in private.
You okay? You just learn to sort of... interpret that in whatever way is the best for you. Oh, now we want to walk forward. Yeah. That would have been weird. Imagine if somebody had seen you. Whoa, that would have been crazy.
If we shut that line off, the south elevators are gonna freeze.
If I don't finish here, I'll never...
Are you okay?
Why is this stupid thing so stiff?
Can you, like, not look at... Are you stuck looking in that direction? No? Never mind. Oh. What's he doing? You okay, buddy? Oh, no. I'm going to walk backwards some more. Okay, sorry, hold on. Sometimes weird glitches like this will happen, and it'll entertain you for way longer than it really should. They're like, yeah, that's Steve. He's like that. His twin brother Greg. He's always trying to like be like, Steve, stop walking backwards, you weirdo. You're freaking everybody out. But that's just how he is. Anyway, that's Destiny. And I'm gonna probably, once I finish Edge of Fate and Renegades, and this new season comes out, maybe I'll go back and play through Destiny 1, just for the sake of it, you know? Maybe I'll do it off stream and record it. I don't know. I'm just gonna play it by ear, but expect a lot of... Oh, I remember one time in everything that's coming up. He's still chopping down his tree. Get a sharper axe, mate. I feel like even a hammer would do a better job. Break into Eververse, steal all their shit. Remember the ball?
Eververse
Pretty sure it still exists.
It's a
Is it up there? Maybe it's not up there. Maybe they took the ball away. Oh no, here it is. I remember the ball. You'd slowly expand it. Make it more. Is this... No, this was... I think I fucked it up already. Hold on. I think it might be the first tier that goes up. The lag for the ball. Kick it off the edge. So it respawns up here. We gotta take it around the place.
I don't have time to watch the news anymore with the fleet.
Because the original, quote unquote, tower was the farm. And the farm had cool stuff in it as well, and it's a shame that they took that away, but obviously there wasn't a ton of point to it once they took away the Red War campaign and stuff. Because people only really went there for certain things. No, they still had... I'm pretty sure they still had the farm when 0 Hour came out. And 0 Hour came out after the Whisper. It would have to have been a year after that. I don't remember. I don't remember the specific timeline. I have a rough idea of where things fall. Like, I know 0 Hour came after Whisper. But I don't remember what year 0 Hour was in. Yeah. We had to find these spots, by the way. And you could tell... So people think that they're like, oh my god, how would you ever know where these balls are supposed to go to, like, upgrade them to the next tier? They flash. I can with 100% honesty say that I found all these locations legit. Because the ball flashes. And I had so much time to kill in the tower. Like, you can see underneath it. See how it's pulsing? When it gets closer to where it needs to be, the pulse gets faster. So you could see it. Now go down, please. Then watch. Now it'll be when I get closer to here. Is this where the green one goes? Maybe this isn't where the green one goes. Maybe the green one's the one that goes up. Might be the black one. I've gone too far anyway. It's gonna fucking fuck me around. Just go there. I think the green one needs to go up the top. I think that it's the black one that goes... Oh, no, never mind. It does pulse faster. Look, I'm not lying to you. It does.
Need something
Might have just been where it was too bright. I don't know. Must be the black one that goes up. The blue one goes up? I've forgotten where one of them goes. One of them goes out there to the middle of that, and it's a nightmare. Especially if you have anybody else that runs past. Because anybody that runs past sees the ball and goes, I'm gonna kick it. And they don't have to know where it goes. I don't think it's necessarily with malicious intent. I think a lot of people don't realize. Ugh. Ugh. No, not that way, please. Up. 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 Nearly. No, 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 no. Where did you go? Ugh. Up. More. No. Can we stop? But you have this moment where you like lag and go, I'll go that way. Oh, no, I won't. There is a better way to do it. I just can't remember how. I think it's, you need to like make it despawn and then get under it as it spawns so you can get straight up. What was that? I'm going to find out that this isn't even the location for this one. Okay, just get around this side so it doesn't fall down. Maybe it's the blue one that I bring to the back here. The black one actually goes down onto the railing. Nope. Pity there isn't a conga line emote for that. Yeah, the everyone getting together one. Yeah. The ball kick. Kick again. Nope. Kick again. Nope. Try again. Not that way. What are you, stupid? Just get over a railing. That's all you gotta do. Over the railing. There you go. We gotta get this with all of its laggy goodness out onto that walkway out there without it falling off the edge or getting kicked by some random that's on their way to Zavala. I'm pretty sure some people just run to Zavala and aren't even paying attention to the ball. And it just like, bonk. Oh, sorry, mate. I kicked it. Come on. Yep, a little bit more. There we go. Now it should be, I believe, the big traveller.
Step on
Think.
up.
Yeah. And fireworks everywhere. Celebrations. Minigame complete. Good.
Why'd you two break up?
Why did you two break up? Answer the question.
She said she wanted to express herself, so I gave her a thumbs up.
Perfect. Now I can push it over to old mate that's chopping his tree so that when he comes back from being AFK, he'll be like, what the fuck? There you go, buddy. Now you can be confused when you come back. Just keep hacking at it. You got this. Good old Destiny. The sparrow that we got. There's a tank of the goop on the front of it. I don't like the goop. I'm not a fan of the goop. New finisher of hitting someone in the face with a shovel is pretty nice. And the emote was this one, yeah? Yeah, this one. Which ones have I got equipped? Fist bump, give tap. Is this the one that you mess up? Yeah. Like, do the thing. They're like, nah, it's not working. Alright, I'll put it on the left. The left is good. The left is good. We might even change, what's this one? Oh yeah, that was the taken-ified one, yeah. There was two of them. Skibbity. Skibbity yap bap ah. Before people were using Skibbity as a meme, it was a song.
I need a rest.
Never gonna say goodbye.
That doesn't look good.
Some classics. This one's to do with Marathon, apparently. I haven't played Marathon. I'm not a huge fan of extraction shooters and battle royales or any of that sort of stuff. But it's apparently to do with that. And it's free. Okay.
The city is the first right.
I think maybe I need to come up with a strand build.
On the east tower where we go to watch the sun come up.
One day. Well, Vodlings, if you're seeing this, whether it be tomorrow, 10 years from now, or, well, after June 9th, I guess, I'm sure you'll hear from me again. I'll catch you in the next one, where we're going to be jumping straight into Edge of Fate, and I'm going to check it out for the first time. Well, technically I did the first time with Hunter as the very first mission so that I could actually get into things, but that was when it came out. That was like a year ago. So, I'm going to play through it and see if it is as amazing as everybody has said it is. Because everybody says that Edge of Fate is amazing, right? Anyway, bye!
I heard they wire your brain right into